Hi everyone, this is Vicki, and I have a little card share with you today using paper napkins, and I've been playing with them off and on, and I found a few more over at Tuesday morning, so I thought I'd show you what I've been doing, give you some ideas what to do with your cards or your paper napkins. So here I made one card out of this. I just fell in love with this. I love this type of doors and windows, and so I picked up this one from Tuesday morning, and these paper napkins, and let me show you what these look like. So this is the front, I guess, and then the back looks like this with the lemons. And I thought this so pretty. I just love the pen and ink look. And so I did do this with the door and the window. And then on the back side, I did more of the other parts of it. So if you open up the napkin, you'll see the olives and the lemons. And so I did on the back use the portion of that on the back like so. And then I embossed it and cornered the edges and did distressing. So that's what that looks like. And then what I'll do is just put the little either twine or gold thread and put that on when I'm done, and then put the little charm or something on it as well. But inside I have the paper liner, because when you do the embossing, it's hard to write on, of course, so you have to put a little liner, thin piece of paper in there. So I did that one. I really enjoyed that. Then also I found this one. It's black and white, and whenever I see black and white, I think of the the pages that you color. There was books a few years back that they had the black and white drawings, and then you color them. So that reminds me of that. So I decided to do that for the cards. So what I did was I put this in the envelope, and of course you can use these vellum envelopes, which you can get over at Amazon. I think I saw some, but these are in my stash. And you can put your card in, and then you get your see-through and your address. You can put it in, and I think that's a really good idea to do that. But anyway, this card, I did color it, and I used my colored pencils. You can just use colored pencils, but up here in my craft room, I only had my the watercolor pencils. So, and these are the ones that I have, that I've had for a long time. I got this, when I was doing artwork. So I used those and made this card. Used the vintage French ribbon that I got from the vintage market on here, and just, you can use a plain colored pencils, and just color them up, and it comes out really pretty when you do that. On the back side, I left it blank, and so I just used the Tim Holtz 3D texture fades on the back, and just inked it up a little bit for the back part. I didn't want to take away from this. I thought it would be too busy if I did that on here. So that's what this one looks like. And I put the kind of a beige calligraphy paper on here inside for writing. So that's that one. And I'm going to use the this envelope. See, what you do is you can put it on either side, whatever side you want to show. And put this in. I'm going to put it in off camera so that I can put it in. Unfortunately, the little pieces tend to get stuck. But so you see how that looks. And if you wanted it plain in the front, you can do this. So that's another one. This one I did the envelope. So it comes out this way, and then I had, this is the type you can give it to someone because this is obviously going to weigh it down, but I like the look of that. If you're going to put it in a package or give it directly to a person, then I put this little twine on it to keep it closed. You can just put a little magnet in here and then close it that way. I didn't do that this time, but you could. But I colored the leaves. I just pasted, you know, if you can see, you will be able to tell the little place where I cut away and then pasted it on with the glue stick. And comes out dry and not glossy, so that's why I like the glue stick for these. And then this one I just cut and pasted, you know, different pieces where I wanted it to the picture to be, and just colored it, put a little pin, and with a little charm. And then on the back it looks like this. And then I did a folder, embossing folder on this as well, and put a little paper. So, and cornered the edges. So when you put it back in, it looks really pretty. So you can just make it all different colors. You don't have to use, with this you can just choose all the different colors of it. Unfortunately, on this pattern, it's the same pattern on all four sides that you open up. So you only get these flowers. So you're pretty limited, but at least it's you could make quite a few with that and give it away as gifts. But I like how this charm hangs out on the outside. So that's what that looks like. And then I just had these stickers. I got it mini Daiso. Mini something. I forget what the name of that store is. But it's a little higher end of Daiso. They have in my area. They'll have it at malls, I think, usually. But I did this without the embossing. Comes out like this. And pieced it and put another little corner on here, metal corner. And this one using the vintage ribbon, different colors, same thing. And on the back, just do partial. That's what that one looks like. I had a piece of the napkin by itself and had to place it on a piece of paper, and so I decided to make my own envelope. So I used my own vellum and made an envelope, so you can do that. And I had more of these envelope or corners, so I put it on there. And this one looks like this, so you can make your own size. This one I didn't put it on cardstock, so it's real pliable. I put it on just a thin piece of paper that I have. I have a ream of this paper, so I use this, and I like the way it feels, just real lightweight. And I did put another one of those little charms on here. So you can use either side for your opening. You could put it this way, and then the charm would be in the front when they open it. And you could put it to the side, close the envelope, and it's cute. Like that. I like that. And then I wanted to do some watercoloring on it, but I first started out using, I use this watercolor paper, so I thought it would take it more. It's very cheap watercolor paper, so, you know, it's just, I didn't want to use my good watercolor paper on this. But I just pieced it, the flowers on here, and then pieced the leaves like this, and then I had it opening this way. So I thought that was different and cute. I didn't finish it off with the ribbons and everything, just to show you what it looks like with watercolor. So you can tell the watercolor marks looks like that, and then this piece here will come apart if you color, you know, while it's wet. So you want to make sure it's all dry before you know, don't put your wetness on there first, or the paper will come off. And then on the other side I pieced it even more, and then did the watercolor on there, and then I embossed the side to see what that looked like, and I didn't do this one. I think it comes out a little busy, but it's nice too. And then I was thinking, you know, I had a piece of cardstock that I had already cut, so I just did this and did some watercolor on here. I did some pencils, actually, watercolor pencils, and then also did some watercoloring on that, and just the blues. And I liked the way they came out, and I thought this you could use as a postcard. So I thought that's, you know, a good idea. So what I did was I used this pieces, and just decided I'll make this as the front with the address, and this is just a stamp on some vellum. You know, I have a stamp, I have this stamp. I don't know, I think I got it Tuesday morning, looks like. It's old, but a lot of, you make sure you have these type of things, stamps, to use for, you can use for your envelopes. And so I also have the circles like this you can use for your postcards. And I had done this piece a while back. I was just playing with it and colored it up, but you can just paste it on. And so this part, I thought I could do the, you know, letter part, so you can write a letter on that one. And but I thought that you can also use this, and what they do with this is, you know, they make a mark, and you can put the address on here, and then stamp here, and on this side you can put your return address, and you can put a short little note on here. So you could still, I could still use this part for that, or I could make a card out of it, put it on, you know, a card front, and you know, still use it as a card. But I just playing around with this and also this. So that's what I use for that. Now for the coloring on the edges, I always use vintage photo for this distress ink on the edges. But I thought, you know, at one time I used the pink oxide. So I decided to use this on the edge for this blue one, and I think that looks nice. I like it. You know, just playing around. And for this one I used the pink, this oxide, and then I used it on the edges, and I also did it on the raised part, just partially, you know, a little, so you can see that. So I thought that was fun. And so what I also want to address is the watercolor. If you're new to watercolor and you just didn't want to buy a whole set of watercolor, you can just get these little watercolor sets, and they have them on Amazon. I think even I think I bought a set at Michael's, but this one happens to be Winsor & Newton. I don't know, remember where I got this. And so it comes with a little brush. Oh, and see, these all do come out, all these pails, and you can switch them out, or you can go to the art store and you can actually buy the Colors True replacement, and so you can just put them in these little slots. See where they all came out. But this here is reusable colors, so you just use your water and you dip it with your little brush. And I thought this is really good for people who want to just try the watercolors rather than buying a set of, you know, the watercolor pencils, because you just use a watercolor pencil as like a pencil, like a colored pencil, and then just add water. But anyway, this one has this, and I saw on Amazon you can buy them for as little as $20 for this set. But I have this set. This is my favorite set, and you can, you know, it has double more spaces for coloring choices, and then this will just wipe right off because it's watercolor, so it's water based. But these are, they sell these on Amazon also. I got mine in France, in Paris, a long time ago. But this is a Sennelier. So I like this for travel and for just for my table. If I just want to do a little bit of watercolor, I can just pull these out and just do, you know, mix my colors and get what I want, and have one at each table, so it's nice and convenient. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys, are these cute little ideas. And just, I've been just having fun making things. So yeah, that's my share for today, and I will be back another time and share more. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.